can call me. I promise that you'll never be lonely.
Pastor Toby has got his recruiters now trying to recruit 13 to 16-year-old girls, inviting them out to lunch so he can persuade them to move into his trap house. When they say, I'm really young, I'm only 13, they're like, that's cool, The younger, the better. I sense this is some sort of, sex trafficking of children, child grooming. Pastor Toby, he's got a thing where he likes to have young underage children in his, in his home. And loads of them stocked up in there, taking loans out and clearly possibly being violated. It's disgusting. I can't believe Pastor Toby's allowed to get away with this. Everybody knows he's doing it, but nothing ever seems to be done about this man. It's almost as though it has to be one of those things in 20 years, he'd be on the news, inquiry would be out as to how Pastor Toby, got away with this when the evidence is so clear. Why is this guy getting away with this when everyone knows what he's up to? He's trying to get kids, he's recruiting kids, probably for trafficking. Trafficking's a big... It's about time the law, stop people like Pastor Toby, from getting away with things like this. When there's so much evidence against you, when there's so much speculation, when somebody's doing something they shouldn't be doing, and it's something that, endangers children, it should go without a question. Pastor Toby should be deported. I can't think of anything else but deporting him. He should be deported. If they're not going to put him in jail, he should most definitely be deported. Someone should be in Nigeria inquiring as to what he was doing over there. Was he possibly trafficking and taking advantage of children in This is Pastor Toby's trap house that he tries to get the kids living in, that he tries to lure them in, being thinking they're going to give them the rich life. This is probably where most of the crimes go down. Abuses, violence, fraudulent loans being forced to be taken out. This is where a lot of this trafficking and, stuff seems to go down. This is a really, really, greedy, money-loving, evil guy. You tend to find evil people who, use the church to, cover them up, tend to be some of the evilest people ever. And the brainwashing they can do is shocking, and people really believe them. If you are an adult in this church, dancing, recruiting for Pastor Toby, helping him, not helping these children, shame on you. Speak out, call the police, and save the children. Don't sit there and let Toby get away with this. Don't let the children become victims. Don't make the children have to come on TV 10, 20 years from now talking about how bad it was, what happened to them, when you can save them right now. You know Pastor Toby's greedy. He's just motivated by money, not a love of God. You have to just apply common sense here, This guy is evil. You're in danger right now because you don't know much about this man. You don't know much about him. If you track him back all the way to Nigeria and they investigate him enough, I can imagine the sort of things they're going to find out Pastor Toby's been doing. He didn't become evil like this overnight. This is a plan. He knows exactly what he's doing. He's calculating and he's evil. I'm going to end this video by saying, stop human trafficking, help people when you can, and stop Pastor Toby. Absolutely, under no circumstances, join this church. Be very, very careful when talking to members of this church as well. Don't go anywhere with them. Exercise, the highest caution. Parents, warn your kids about grooming, the signs, warn them about these church recruiters and how they have to be very, very careful. Remind them, they can't just trust strangers or just believe anything, people tell them. We have to talk to our kids, intensely about grooming because it's a danger, and it's a danger that is out there. Please subscribe so you don't miss a goddamn thing. Let's go.